In the eternal realm of 1135, where banners of the Forsaken Empire once danced beneath the crimson sky and steel clashed like thunder, there lived a warrior whose name became legend. Shizumura, the Asian warrior, the last sword of destiny. For years uncounted, he stood at the heart of the Forsaken Empire, his blade drawn not for glory but for purpose. Every scar on his body told a story. Every drop of blood that stained the earth whispered his name. He was not born into greatness, yet he forged it. Through betrayal and chaos, through wars that tore kingdoms apart, Shizumura stood tall. His loyalty was unbreakable, his courage unshaken. The soldiers of the Forsaken Empire followed him not because he was their commander, but because he was their heart. The age of battles, there were days when the empire burned, when enemies rose like storms, when brother turned against brother. But Shizumura never wavered. He fought beside warriors who became more than comrades. No, they became his family. Names like Bobby, Darkwolf Morand, Beauty, Papachulo, Tegrity, Boondidly, Surge, and Deadman. Voices echoed through the halls of memory. Each fought with fire in their souls and loyalty in their veins. Together, they carved the Forsaken Empire's name into eternity. Every battle felt endless, every victory costly. Yet when the dawn came and smoke rose from the ruins, Shizumura would look upon his brothers and whisper, "As long as one of us still stands, the Empire still breathes." The bonds that time couldn't break years past. Realms changed. New alliances rose and fell like waves against the shore. But the spirit of the Forsaken endured. In moments of peace, Shizumura found laughter. Around fires, under starlit skies, sharing old stories and new dreams. He found love in the hearts of those who believed in him. He found friendship that stretched beyond time itself. They fought not only for victory, but for each other. For the memories they made, for the unity they built, the twilight of a warrior. But even the greatest warriors must one day lay down their sword. As the sun set over the crimson plains of Realm 1135, Shizumura stood upon the battlements where it all began. The wind carried whispers of ghosts, voices of fallen comrades, laughter from the past, echoes of glory. He could feel his strength fading, but his spirit was still unbroken. He looked to the horizon and whispered, "All good things must come to an end, but the flame we lit will never die." And then it began, a sound that shook the realm. The farewell of legends, from every corner of the empire. They came. Thousands of warriors, soldiers, friends, and even old rivals. They filled the grand square of the Forsaken stronghold. Banners of burning fist-high, black armor gleaming under the fading sun. The flag of the Forsaken Empire rose one final time, painted with fire and honor. Shizumura stepped forward, his sword, the sword of destiny, gleaming one last time. He drove it into the ground, the sound echoing like a heartbeat. Tears fell from eyes that had once known only war. Then, like a wave of fire, they raised their fist to the heavens, a sea of burning hands glowing against the darkening sky. And they chanted over and over, louder than thunder itself, "Shizumura, Shizumura, Shizumura." The legacy lives on, he smiled, the kind of smile that carried both sorrow and pride. "You are the Forsaken Empire," he said softly. "Not the walls, not the banners, you. The bonds we forged, that is immortality." The crowd fell silent. Shizumura turned away, stepping into the light that awaited him. His time had come, his journey complete. But even as his figure faded into legend, the air was alive with memory. The fire still burned. The hearts of his brothers and sisters still carried his spirit. For in the realm of 1135, legends never truly die. They live on in the echoes of friendship, in the strength of love, in the whispers of those who remember. And so when night falls over the empire and the stars watch in silence, the people still raise their burning fists to the sky. And somewhere in the wind his voice can still be heard as proud and eternal. "I am Shizumura of the Forsaken Empire."